Well, I know it's certainly early in the day for a stream, at least for me personally, obviously. But for those of you who will come in, thank you for joining. Let me pull this up on my phone so that way I can monitor chat that way. Just give me 1 second. I'll get started once I got a couple more people in here, so. There it is. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, even though we have 0 viewers in the... It's still early. People will join. I need to break my silence on this. Roblox, what the hell are you doing? What is going on here? Like, you got some serious major problems right now. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe I'm saying this. That platform, honestly, for me, the platform should be banned from, like, for pulling these kind of stunts. Like, this is not okay. Here's the thing. I can say these. I'm going to be able to say these things because I'm not tied to Roblox. I haven't played Roblox in probably 6+ years, maybe. It's been a long time. I left the game. I didn't really play on the game that much either. I left it really early. Like, I don't know, maybe... I think I probably only played it for maybe like a year-ish, I guess. And I kind of got sick and tired of it. So, yeah, it's just a little bit crazy, I'd say. Let me go ahead and get into the Studio VC real quick in the Discord. I have to break my silence on this. I'll be able to say these things because, well, I don't play Roblox. I'm not associated with Roblox. I haven't played Roblox in, like I just said, 6+ years probably. I didn't really play it for that much time. So I didn't really get to deep dive into it. Not as much as I did on VRChat. I'm glad I'm off that platform now. VRChat is just as bad, if not worse. It is festering with pedophiles. But yeah, I need to break my absolute silence on this. So, basically what I wanted to do was kind of go through and address everything that's been going on. Obviously, there's been a lot that has happened with the Roblox community. Wait, what's this? Oh, Penguin Zero just posted a video. I haven't seen this one yet. I've been watching a bunch of the other stuff. I've seen a ton. Okay. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and watch Penguin Zero's video right here? Let me get it pulled up. Oh. I'm genuinely curious to see what he has to say about all this. Let's see here. They actually doubled down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Penguin Zero, you have the floor.
Well, they did it. Roblox decided to double down on their decision to ban and threaten legal action against someone that was trying to keep their platform safer for children, a responsibility Roblox doesn't seem to want to do themselves, at least not in an efficient way. So the quick and dirty of it, if you don't know the lore, I'll give you the nutshell breakdown here. I made a video on it a couple days ago, but earlier this week, a YouTuber named Schlep just got permanently IP banned by Roblox HQ and threatened with legal action because he colored outside the lines here. He was a little naughty in the eyes of the Roblox corpo overlords, the fucking weasels in suits over there, those grease goblins.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with him on that. Schlepp's banning was completely unjustifiable. I have no idea why they just didn't warn him to stop. Instead, they just flat out just said, yeah, let's ban all of his accounts. Let's IP ban him and send him this cease and desist letter, which is just a bunch of bullshit. Someone who is actively trying to help you do your jobs, which you were doing a terrible job at already, you're like, don't do our jobs. This is, I'm going to get to a part of my opinion on this, but first let's let Penguin Zero finish.
Apparently when Schlepp was young, he was the victim of a bad actor on Roblox, and as he grew up, he wanted to do what he could to make the platform safer for children so they didn't have to experience what he did. And thus he started actively catching predators and has actually had a few of them even arrested. He is doing what he can to just try and make the platform safer. Roblox takes a huge issue with that. One of the big criticisms of Roblox that has existed for years is how poorly they handle predators on Roblox.
I had not really seen that because I'm not saying that I never saw that, and I'm not defending the company whatsoever. I absolutely hate this company. I absolutely hate Roblox as a whole. But basically, yeah, I agree. Like, I didn't really see much progress with their own moderation tickets, you know. Every once in a while, there'd be someone who would randomly speak up saying, like, can you get this guy banned off Roblox as a predator? And nothing really happens. Roblox does not take action. The platforms don't take action. And it's upsetting. It's upsetting to see. It's upsetting to watch. It's upsetting to hear. Like, Roblox, come on, do your job, man. Seriously. It's getting old.
They are very hands-off when it comes to safety. Basically, their philosophy boils down to the old Luigi method in Mario Party, where if you do nothing, maybe you'll win. But in this case, that is not happening. You see, their tactics here of basically just plugging their ears and closing their eyes and then wiping their ass with all of the reports that flood in, it's led to a massive issue with Roblox where there has been a very common occurrence of predators preying on kids through their platform.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I've seen so many Roblox people out there. They are young. They're young kids. You know, they get as young as like 8 years old when Schlepp started. I did not know Schlepp. I did not know Creekcraft until I learned about the situation just from Roblox being banning someone who was actively catching predators on the platform. That's when I started to learn about this. And it was a bit of a shock, obviously. But at the same time, the realization of how bad this platform is, and everybody knows that there's tons and tons of little kids on there. I did not know it went as young as that. And that's a huge problem. Like, you should not be just waving it away like it's nothing. You should be taking every report seriously. You know, Roblox is one of the biggest platform games out there, you know? It's one of the biggest platform types, and they're just completely ignoring everything. And at this point, actively trying to silence everything, which is sad. It's really sad to see.
You've probably seen tons and tons of headlines about pedophiles through Roblox by this point. It's very clear that they are not efficient when it comes to handling this. So, the community has begun policing themselves, and Schlepp was among those that were trying to do what they could to catch the predators and have them arrested, but it's not like they were going behind Roblox's back for it. Schlepp was actively providing Roblox all of the evidence, all of the reports, even sending a physical binder to the Roblox headquarters, and still they sat on their hands, put their thumb up their ass, and spun around on it or something. I guess when the package arrived there, they must have treated it like the Unabomber was trying to reach them or something.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Seriously, like, you know, not only mentions it, maybe Roblox decided to maybe they got scared and decided to get rid of it as fast as they could. Who knows? I'm going to say that there's a bunch of company corruption with this, because I've never seen this in my life. a platform that is this bad.
Like Schlepp and all of these other predator catchers on Roblox are actively trying to go through the proper channels, so Roblox will be the ones to act on it, but they just haven't been, at least not enough clearly, because there's still a huge problem on Roblox with this. So Roblox shut him down and threatened legal action. That has led to a huge shitstorm for Roblox, rightfully so. This has made headlines across the globe here. A wacky new development is apparently Roblox Corporation's chief safety officer, Matthew Kaufman, just sold over $800,000 worth of company stock shortly after the platform issued a cease and desist to Schlepp. Looking like a...
one little critique on that. That actually happened right before the cease and desist was sent out. I think it was reported that it happened excuse me. I think it was reported that it happened the day before. So, yikes. And I think I've heard that this has been done before. So, CoffeeZilla, I don't know if he wants to take a look in this, but I'm not an expert in the area, but I would assume insider trading, wait for the stock to get up super high, sell a bunch of it, make a bad move, let the stock tank so that you can then buy it again at a lower price. It's like infinite money. I don't know if that's insider trading or not. I don't know if that's what happened in the past. If it is, I don't know, like CoffeeZilla, you might want to take a look at it. Who knows? Because that just doesn't, I mean, I get it. Like, people will do that if they feel like they're, well, even then, that was the chief safety head officer, and now he's just doing collateral damage or something. I really don't know. The
little panic over there at the HQ. That is seeming like there's some holes in the ship. You don't often see the chief safety officer cash out that much stock in the wake of a huge debate about the safety of the platform that he is supposed to be managing and operating efficiently. Sounds like he's a little worried that people are more alert to how poorly Roblox itself handles safety in general. Another thing that happened is a congressman is also now making a push for Roblox to do more to keep children safe on their platform.
Yes, that is actually not a joke. That is serious. United States Congressman Kanya, however you pronounce his name, I don't really pay attention to politics, but this is something. You know, he is actively working with Schlepp and Creek to improve the child safety on Roblox. He has a petition out that he says once reaches 1 million signatures, he will make sure that Roblox reevaluates its safety policies and all that stuff, which I believe is a huge step in the right direction. You know, it's trying to save the platform, but at the same time, trying to make sure that those kids stay safe. You know, it's a good move. I absolutely support this. And considering the I'm just going to swear. I don't care. Considering the shitstorm that Roblox has been producing, I will say I'm surprised that politicians are getting involved in that. But at this point, I think it's a good thing. I definitely think it's a good thing.
It's gotten so big, Roblox couldn't ignore it any further, so they put out a statement clarifying and doubling down on their decision to fight back against the vigilante groups, which is mind-boggling, just straight up fucking reflaffitating that they thought that this was somehow like a W, like a PR win here.
It's not. It's really not. Roblox, why did you do that? Seriously, these people were helping keep the kids on your platform safe. They were the ones keeping the kids on your platform safe. Do you not want the kids to be safe? Like, these guys were doing your job instead of like saying, "Hey, don't do that. We'll take care of it." Or saying, "Hey, how about we work together to make this place better?" You said, "Hey, stop it. go away, you're banned. What? Like, that's ridiculous. The people who are actively doing your jobs, and you're like, stop doing our jobs, and yet you still refuse to do it yourself. So, yeah, please continue making these idiotic statements saying that vigilantes are bad for the platform. I'd love to see you keep doing that.
We are fighting back against the vigilante groups. And then crickets when it comes to pedophiles. Why aren't you fighting the pedophiles? Why are you laser focused with the fucking crosshairs on the vigilantes that are fighting the pedophiles?
Yeah.
Like, this is a wild hill to die on. We are sharing more information about why it was necessary to remove vigilantes from Roblox and the ways in which we review and act on reports of abuse on Roblox. While seemingly well-intentioned, the vigilantes we've banned have taken action that are both unacceptable and create an unsafe environment for users.
How is having people who are actively removing pedophiles from your platform making it less safe? I do not understand. I will not understand. Like, that's crazy. That is literal insanity right there. I actually just cannot believe it.
I just need to stop right here and just take a pause. Schlepp and other vigilantes catching predators is not making the game more unsafe than it currently is by just having those predators running rampant with no one to stop them because you are not efficiently stopping them. Like, this is a crazy stance to take. Similar to actual predators, they often impersonate minors, actively.
Okay. I'm just gonna stop it right here. Roblox, have you ever heard of a sting operation? At least I think that's what I think that's at least what I'm thinking about. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about that right. Hang on. Let's see here. Yeah. A sting operation is a covert law enforcement tactic where officers create or exploit opportunities for individuals to commit a crime, often with the goal of catching them in the act. So them pretending to be minors is them trying to catch the pedophile talking inappropriately to these minors, asking for these minors to meet up. That is a sting operation. So you're banning people for doing sting operations to actually catch these guys, and you're saying that similar to actual predators, they often impersonate minors, actively approach other users, then tried to lead them to other platforms to have sexually explicit conversations. Okay. Yes, and no. Reason. Yeah, there's actual predators that will pretend to be children because that's how they get to the children in the first place. Two, these vigilantes don't really actively approach the pedophiles. The pedophiles approach them. They are just there existing, pretending, trying to be baits, but they're not actively approaching them. And then the pedophiles say, how about we take this to Discord where Roblox can't see it? So, and the pedophiles are the ones talking to these kids sexually. Like, Roblox. Never in my life have I seen this before. This is actually crazy. And now you say, which is against our terms of use. Okay. I'm just gonna let Penguin talk.
Approached other users, then tried to lead them to other platforms to have sexually explicit conversations, which is against our terms of use. Accurate, timely reporting from our community is important. Reporting through the appropriate channels, including our custom-designed reporting tools, immediately and with as much specific information as possible is the best way to help us remove bad actors from Roblox. These reporting tools are designed to capture key metadata and details that cannot be captured from an email or screenshot and enable faster, more efficient reviews and more thorough reporting to law enforcement when warranted.
What? So you just want the metadata, is what you're saying. You want the metadata, but even then you don't act on it. That is literal insanity. That is actually literal insanity. I cannot believe this. Hasn't Roblox tripled down at this point? I thought they tripled down, not doubled.
I'm going to take another break here real quick. When does that go live? Because that's definitely not live right now. Like, what do you mean? Like, that is the biggest problem. Everything you're saying right there is an absolute gobbledygook. Like, that's just mumbo jumbo. You're just saying words that aren't real. That is the big problem. No matter how many times people are reporting these bad actors through your channels, there is no efficient, fast reviewing that leads to the person being, kicked off the platform. There's so many cases of predators who have literally been arrested that still actually have their Roblox accounts live. What are you talking about? That is blatantly false. And that is the issue. You can say you have all these tools and that you take in all of these reviews, but there's nothing that really shows that.
Yeah.
There's no, it doesn't seem like if that is the case, it's made any difference. Maybe you need to overhaul that, or maybe you need to beef it up or something. Maybe you should work with the vigilante groups instead of vilifying them, because they're doing a better job at getting the predators captured and taken off the platform than your systems are. I don't know why you view the vigilantes as enemies. Again, I can understand in general why vigilantes could be a bad thing, on a broad scale. But when the company isn't doing things to ensure the safety of the users, well, vigilantes are super necessary to step in to do it for them, to keep the platform safe, because you are just not doing your job.
This is where a very kind of chasing your tail opinion comes in for me. Personally, I'm not going against the vigilantes. I absolutely love the work that they're doing. They're doing an amazing job. I just hate that they have to exist. I hate that they are required to exist because the platforms won't do their job. I absolutely agree with Charlie here, because he says you can see how it's bad for the platform. Yeah, if the platform was actively doing their job, which they're not. They're actively doing their job to protect the kids, which they're not doing. So these vigilantes are doing a much better job than the platform. And so when the platform decides to ban them for doing that, when the platform themselves is not doing an actively good job themselves, it's ridiculous. It's unfathomable. It's mind-boggling that that's even happening. You're saying use our tools, but even then the platform that provides those tools don't really use it yourselves. You don't look at it, it seems. Like what's your thought process of when a report is important? I've talked about this in the past. I'm betting I'm wrong at this point. I thought it was because of the mass amount, but even right now, I don't even think that's the case. I really don't.
It makes no sense to me that they would be so combative with someone like Schlepp, where they'd cease and desist, ban him, and then threaten legal action.
Yeah.
You could work with him. Why don't you guide him through the proper channels? He is doing a good service by getting these predators arrested.
Yeah.
It is something you are not doing enough of. We realize that no platform is perfect, but we prioritize trust and safety because it's core to what we do as a company. It doesn't really seem like you prioritize it, by the way. It seems like your CEO is prioritizing trying to turn it into a fucking dating site for 17 plus, which, again, by the way, is a really weird age where he's trying to pitch a 17 plus dating service to a company, Roblox, so it'd be half gaming and half dating.
Yeah, that's just weird. Why specifically 17 plus? That's extremely weird. And yeah, just this first sentence is a piece of bullshit. We realize that no platform is perfect, but we prioritize trust and safety because it's core to what we do as a company. You're not doing it. You are not prioritizing trust and safety. If you were, these predators wouldn't be on your platform. But you know what? It's all about the money for you, right? You're a multi-billion-dollar company, so it's all about money, right? You just got to have another billion. Jesus Christ.
It seems like that's the focus, because Dave fucking Bazooki here, the CEO of Roblox, can't stop yapping about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like the priority is trust and safety. That's all.
How much you want to bet a subscription's going to come with that? Seriously. Subscribe to our dating feature. I would not be surprised at all if that actually happens.
I'm saying. This is an area where we invest heavily and are always innovating. Helping keep our users safe is a critical part of our vision of connecting 1 billion people with optimism and civility, and is a strategic imperative for our creator community.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm sorry. That... Helping keep our users safe is a critical part of our vision. So you ban people that are helping you? Yeah, sure. Let's... Jesus.
And then just a bunch of blabbering here, all of which it doesn't seem to be true. Again, I understand they can't wipe them all out instantly, but it's clear that reports are falling on deaf ears.
Yeah.
Like, there are predators, real predators, like with irrefutable evidence that Roblox is not acting on. So there.
This brings me back to VRChat, because VRChat's kind of the same way. It's like the reports fall on deaf ears. And my thought process on that, because I remember talking about it on my podcast, saying how they fired 30% of the company in a day. Instead of what I suggested was repurposing that to like a proper moderation team to handle those reports, all that stuff. They just, even now, the reports seem to fall on deaf ears, and the predator situation has gotten a lot worse. It's just gotten so much worse. And it's unfathomable. I really can't speak. I'm wondering if it's the same situation at Roblox right now, where they just don't have a really good dedicated moderation team. The director of safety is not doing their job right now. Whoever he is, whatever his title is, but the head of safety is not doing their job whatsoever. They are not doing their job to make sure that all of this is not happening.
There is a problem here, and it doesn't seem like they're doing enough. Then they go on to talk about like just how many messages and how many users are on Roblox. Again, I understand there's millions and millions and a lot to go through, a lot to comb through, which is why, again, I don't understand why they wouldn't be extending an olive branch to the vigilante groups who are clearly doing a good job at catching real predators that are on their platform. Roblox is missing them in a lot of cases. I don't know why they wouldn't want to work with them. Again, as they mention here, they've got, fucking billions of messages that get across, billions of reports that swipe across their desk every day. Why wouldn't you work with the community that is actively trying to help you?
Why wouldn't you want more help? Like, why would you say, "Oh, you're helping us? Oh, okay, bye. Get off our platform. We're going to handle it." When you're not when you're doing such a poor job of handling it. It's ridiculous.
And help keep the platform safe. So now they talk about why they've decided to remove vigilantes. We have been monitoring vigilante activity on Roblox for some time. These groups began by reporting safety concerns, commenting on news about Roblox, and challenging us to do better.
How much you want to bet that they say we've been monitoring the vigilante activity on Roblox for some time? How much you want to bet that's only been 2 days? Or like just a day because they found out about Schlep? Because they seem to really like to ignore a lot of this.
We appreciate this feedback and use these reports to improve our safety systems. More recently, vigilante activity evolved. Instead of just reporting on safety issues, vigilantes started impersonating children and actively sought to connect with adult users.
Isn't that what the vigilante is supposed to be? Isn't that how they get... Gee, never mind. They're taking the term vigilante out of context.
Those conversations mimicked inappropriate behavior and actively encouraged other users to connect on other social media and messaging platforms, thus bypassing Roblox's own safety systems. These were not one-off situations, and we saw the behavior accelerating across many accounts. This actively created an unsafe environment and normalized behavior that is both unacceptable on Roblox and is against our terms of use. Our policies prohibit directing other users off Roblox to another platform through chat and having/simulating sexually explicit conversations. These are serious policy violations that risk removal from the platform.
Didn't they just add a part to the terms of service that said no vigilantes allowed? Vigilantism or something? This is actually ridiculous.
Just reread your statement here, Roblox. You recognize that these groups were reporting all of this to you. And then you're confused on why they started doing more than just reporting. Could it possibly be because all of the reports they were sending your way for so long weren't leading to the predators getting kicked off the platform or anything?
I didn't think about that. This is why everybody likes Moist Critical. He can point out a lot of things. I hadn't thought about that. That is a really good point. They said in their statement, we recognized that the vigilantes were reporting, and then you notice that they started doing more. So you acknowledge that they had been reporting, but you didn't. Wow.
Could that possibly be the reason? Could you follow that trail of breadcrumbs of logic? Like, I don't know how they can be so delusional to not recognize the reason why it evolved beyond just reporting, and then they started using like decoys to try and get more evidence, is because you weren't acting on the reports. Thus, they gathered more evidence on these bad actors and turned it over to authorities who did act on it. The evidence was sufficient for the police to issue arrests and get the predators. But it wasn't enough for you guys to ban them or do anything like the bare minimum to protect children from these bad actors, these evil people. Like, I don't know why they're confused. They're making it sound like it's some kind of epidemic that spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
And Roblox was just doing everything by the book perfectly, when that's just not the case. The reason why it evolved so much is because you weren't doing enough. So the community started taking it upon themselves to try and act and do better and ensure the platform was a little safer for whatever they could do. They then have this section on the importance of accurate reporting, going over like it needs to act in accordance with their policies and all of that, and then due to privacy considerations, we cannot inform users whether reports have led to consequences. But the thing about that claim is, to me, it seems like they're trying to hide behind their numbers. Like, we get so many reports and we just can't inform you if like your report led to that person getting banned, but just trust us, it probably did. Like, we're actually like, we're doing such a good job at getting them all banned. But the thing is, people aren't that fucking stupid.
Yeah.
When you have found a bad actor, if you have found a predator and you're reporting that person, a lot of these people are following those accounts to ensure that they get banned because they are a danger to the community. And in a lot of cases, they're not getting banned. Like, they know that there hasn't been consequences. Whether or not Roblox is telling them, people can see for themselves when the accounts aren't banned. They then talk about how they actually go above and beyond. They work with law enforcement, following official legal guidelines around when it's appropriate to collaborate with them and provide information to help track bad actors across platforms to help keep users safe even beyond Roblox. In 2024, they submitted 24,522 reports to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They then say that on multiple...
Only 24,000? That's it? For a whole year with a platform that you earlier said had over 100 million users on it daily? That number seems a little off to me. Like, if that's all of the reports you submitted out of the 120 million daily players across your platform, and that's the reports you submitted in a year, yeah, that's a bit concerning. It means that you're not really paying attention. Because, good grief. And yeah, we get it. There's millions of reports submitted across that industry. But it's ridiculous.
Multiple occasions, they found vigilante groups holding their reports to Roblox until after they had coordinated real-life meetups and built their own social media posts, and then explain why that's a bad thing, about how waiting to report to Roblox or the relevant authorities means alleged bad actors could potentially remain on the platform longer, leaving the community open to additional risks of harm. And they close out this section by saying that they recognize the community's frustration with how they handle violative behavior outside of Roblox, but they can't always act on all of it because a lot of it's screenshots and other messaging applications that need to be independently confirmed, because without verification it would open up significant abuse and misuse and all of that, so they have to do their due diligence. Overall, this is them saying that they actually take the reports very seriously and that they actually do a lot to try and keep Roblox safe, even beyond Roblox. They then also claim that some of the vigilante groups are like making social media posts about all of these bad actors before even reporting to Roblox. Of course, I don't know if that's all true or not. Very well could be. But the point still stands. There are a lot of bad actors on Roblox, even with all of the reports they act on and the ones that they report to the proper authorities. There is still a huge infestation of these evil people. And the vigilante groups, the ones that Roblox is fighting tooth and nail against, whether they like it or not, they are making a difference in making the platform safer. Yeah. Roblox can, submit all of these reports and do as much as they can, but as they showcase, they get so many and they can't go through all of them. They can't thoroughly investigate every single one. They can't analyze every get a bigger screenshot from every off-platform message. They know that. They do even hint at that. But these vigilante groups, in a lot of cases, do go the extra mile for a lot of these individuals, and it leads to them getting arrested and away from children. It takes the predator away from victims. It makes the platform safer. It's not something Roblox should be battling against so vehemently. I really just don't understand why they don't try and work more collaboratively with people like Schlepp or Gideon, who are actively getting these predators arrested. That's the big problem. Roblox isn't doing enough to keep children safe, and instead of trying to find more ways of keeping predators away from children, instead they're trying to legally strong-arm vigilantes into silence and just leaving it all alone. And letting Roblox handle it. Put their trust in Roblox, a platform that has repeatedly let down so many people when it comes to getting these bad actors taken off the platform and away from victims. It is a problem that Roblox has done nothing to help with this statement here. This doubling down about this being some kind of righteous fight against vigilantes is just so off the mark, it's crazy. Yeah. They then spend a paragraph giving you a tutorial on how to report users, which is just completely useless. It's like giving you a tutorial on how to get ice cream at McDonald's. The fucking machines are broken. It's useless. You can report people till the cows come home. It's not working. That is the issue. They then talk about their Trusted Flagger program, where close and trusted partners can report serious criminal activity such as terrorism, violent extremism, or child exploitation directly to Roblox. And the idea is that the Trusted Flaggers are someone that Roblox puts a lot of weight on with their reports. But the Trusted Flagger program, while it sounds good in theory, is actually highly neglected. And from what I've read from a bunch of people with this program in particular, it doesn't do anything more than just a normal report. It doesn't seem like they actually take into consideration the trusted flag more than the normal report. Overall, I found this response from Roblox to be horrible. The doubling down was just a terrible call here. And it almost reads like Roblox is more upset that people are aware of the predator problem as opposed to the predator problem existing in the first place. It seems like Roblox would rather people just be completely ignorant to it, just silence on it while it's still being in the background. It doesn't seem like they care so much that the predators exist. They just care that people are talking about the predators existing now. Their priorities are just so out of whack. Threatening legal action against someone who was victimized on your game and is just trying to do what they can to make it better, and just a blanket removing all vigilantes type approach to things here is just nonsensical, because the community is in a position where it needs those vigilante groups because Roblox hasn't done enough to protect them. It's crazy to me. Anyway, I just wanted to give you the follow-up to all this. That's really about it. So, yeah.
That is insane. That is actually insane. I can't believe this. This is... It's unfathomable. I really can't speak today, can I? It's unreal. It's unreal that this is even happening. It's unreal that this is even a problem in the first place. Like I said, I love the Vigilantes' work. but I still wish that they didn't have to exist. That I say they shouldn't have to exist because the platform should be doing this already. But this is where we get into that tailspin where it's like, but because the platform's not doing the job, the vigilantes are there, and it's like, you know, it chases its own tail a lot. I just can't believe it. I'm just at such a huge loss for words at this point. I was going to talk about how it's not just Roblox that has this problem. VRChat's got this problem. I've heard Fortnite's got this problem. You know, there are tons of places out there that have these problems. And it just seems like the platforms just don't care. And I bet I know the reason for that. Depending on how much their player base is comprised of, like there are Reddits out there completely dedicated to VRChat ERP, which is disgusting. And it has roughly like half the amount of the average daily player base. Yo, what's up, Moggle? Good to see you. And considering, like, even then VRChat's really small, but the moment they get rid of those, like, 50,000 people, that's how small it is. That's half of the online daily player base. The moment they get rid of that, they lose a lot of money. So that's what it's all about. It's about money for them. That's all they care about. Money, 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 money. Because that's all it is to them. Roblox is no different. You know, Roblox has got their in-game currency. They've got shareholders. They're an $80 billion company. So to them, getting rid of those people at this point would be more of a loss than a profit. Would be more of a profit loss, because then those players aren't paying anymore. And it could not just be that either. It could just be like the shareholders or sponsors would pull out because they don't want to represent a platform that has a predator problem. But again, Roblox, you fix that problem. If you fix the predator problem by actually actively taking the fight to predators, you are good. You won't have to worry about this anymore. You could claim all you want to as many people, hey, we're actually doing something. And they're not. They just don't want to do that. Anyways, I want to play a game. I need to play something while I talk about this. It just baffles my mind so much. And the doubling down, as Moist Critical pointed out, makes it just even more ridiculous because, like, you're actively supporting the predators at this point. You didn't tell the vigilantes to stop. You flat out said, no vigilantes allowed. These vigilantes have been helping your platform. Really? The only way I can really see them actually doing something was originally what I saw, what I had a feeling of is that someone would have to file a class action lawsuit. First and foremost. That's the biggest one. The other thing that could have possibly been done is petitions. And now we have a United States representative calling for a petition of 1 million signatures saying, hey, sign this petition because, oh, wait. Oh, that's the heavy tank. Okay. Sorry. They're saying sign this petition to have Roblox reevaluate its safety protocols. And it's just like, yeah. That's what they should be doing at this point. You know? I mean, for anyone that is in chat, I need to know your thoughts on this too. I want to know your thoughts because I am genuinely curious. All right, 2 battle. I'm just gonna be playing this game because I need to get. I need something to keep me sort of level-headed, I guess. So yeah. Just probably one of the things, the concentration of predators has gotten so bad. It's unbelievable. So I give props to those vigilantes for doing a much better job than these multi-billion-dollar companies can, in actively removing these disgusting people from their platforms. I just had to get my thoughts out there on this. Honestly, I really don't want Roblox to really come back from this, considering how poorly they've handled this. And it's probably showing us how much more of a problem it really is. Like, the problem could be maybe so much worse than what we've been led on to believe. And if that's the case, then that makes this even 10 times worse. Because at that point, we realize that... let's switch this out. I've never played with the heavy tank, so this will be fun. If they're doing this much of a job to just try and hide everything, it makes me wonder how bad the problem actually is. Like, if they're truly trying to hide as much as they can. Because that's kind of what it's starting to seem like they're doing. Dang. Well, this will be exciting. Playing with this tank. Nah, I've got a shot on that guy. Put that out of my way. He's gonna pop out. Yeah, he's... Oh, wait. Oh, that's the building I'm on. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Whoa, lag. Why am I lagging? What just happened? Damn, this thing can take a hit. Oh, okay. Oh, good shot. That was a good shot. Well played, well played. Alright, we'll go anti-air for the rest of this. Oh yeah, we're gonna need anti-air. Okay. Oh, I got a hit. That's it. Bring it around. Bring it around. There you go. Oh, I could be a bomber now? Sweet. Alright. Charlie pretty much Moist Critical pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about in that, so. Please take care of that enemy fighter. How many bombs do I have? Oh, 4? Okay. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Darn it. Okay. Well, we hold most of the strategic zones, so we're fine. I'm just gonna send our artillery strike there and there. Oh, that's all I got. Okay, I was gonna send one more. I'm gonna restart the stream so that we can get some War Thunder bows.